Hi, my name is Chris, and today I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions we get regarding stairlifts. Here we go. Probably the question we get asked the most is, how much does a stairlift cost? And the answer is it depends on what type of stairlift you're looking at. Let's start with straight rail stairlifts. A straight rail stairlift is one that goes straight up and down your stairs. There's no turns, nothing fancy about it. On the very low end, you're looking at about $2,000 to get started. However, for a quality brand stairlift, you're probably in the range between $5,000 installed. One thing that could add to the cost of your straight rail lift would be if you added a fold to the lift itself. And by a fold, I mean, usually it's at the bottom, but there's a split in the rail and it folds up and down to get out of the way of a doorway that might be at the bottom of the stairs, or if it extends beyond your stairs and becomes a tripping hazard in an open floor plan situation. Now let's talk pricing on curved rail stairlifts. Now, who needs a curved rail stairlift? Well, if your stairs has a landing somewhere between the top and the bottom, maybe you go up a few steps, flatten out, go up a few more steps, or maybe at that landing you make like a 90-degree turn, or maybe you don't have a landing at all and your stairs just kind of do a sweeping curve. If that's the case, you're probably going to need a curved rail stairlift to meet your needs. Now, curved rail stairlifts are custom built to each individual staircase, which means the price is more than a straight rail stairlift. So for a curved rail lift, you can expect to pay anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 on average to get that lift built and attached to your stairs. Now, before we move on, I want to say one word of caution. Earlier I mentioned with straight rail stairlifts that sometimes you'll see them advertised as low as $2,000, $2,500. Just be careful that you do your homework on the lift that you buy, you know what brand you're buying, and that it has good reviews. We get calls all the time at our office from people who have a broken stairlift that got it relatively cheap and they want us to service it. And unfortunately, unless it's a battery issue, we typically can't service it because we can't get a hold of the parts. And for some reason, they're having trouble contacting that manufacturer to get the service done. So just make sure you read your reviews, know what lift you're buying, and make an informed decision. What kind of electrical do I need for my stairlift? Well, good news, all you need is a standard 110 outlet that you find all over your home. As long as that outlet's within 6 feet or so of your stairlift, you should be good to go. And while we're on the subject of power, what happens if the power goes out? Can you still use your stairlift? And the good news is you can. So that power plug that you're plugging in for the stairlift actually isn't powering the motors that go up and down the stairs. What that's doing is it's powering the charger for the batteries. Your stairlift's actually going to run off batteries that power the motor to drive it up and down the stairs. There are points along the track that recharge that battery continuously. So if the power goes out, your stairlift should be good for several trips up and down the stairs, getting you where you need to go. So how long does it take to install a stairlift? Well, once a crew gets to your home, it usually can be installed in a matter of hours for straight rail lifts. Curved rail stairlifts could take a little longer because they're more complex. Another question we often get is, what's the best stairlift brand out there? And there are a lot of brands out there. But for our company, we've narrowed it down to two. We offer both Harmar and Bruno. And the reason is we found them to be very reputable when it comes to service, longevity, and quality. Sometimes people don't need a stairlift for a long, long time. Maybe an accident has happened, or maybe a surgery has taken place where it makes it difficult to get up and down the stairs during that recovery period. But you don't need it indefinitely. So we get the question a lot, can I rent a stairlift from you? And the answer is yes, you can. And it's a great way to save money if you're not going to need it for a very long time. So that wraps up our most frequently asked questions about stairlifts. And of course we get more questions than just those, but we couldn't fit them all into one video. So if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us via phone or go on our website and complete a form, and we'll contact you very shortly. Thanks for listening and putting up with the cottonwood floating around me, and have a great day.